All right. Shalom, family. It's your brother Kanaiba coming at you once again with this video titled China Plans to Implement Brain Chips by 2025. Okay. So this particular video was inspired by an article I came across on End Time Headlines. It was either yesterday or the day before. But the article basically was talking about how China plans to implement a brain chip by 2025. And they want to do this to basically be in competition with Elon Musk and his company Neuralink. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go into that article and, just read up on what's going on here. Okay. This shouldn't be a long video at all. This is pretty much, you could pretty much say this is a follow-up on the video I did a couple of days ago about Elon Musk. Okay. Because as most people already know by now, Elon Musk, he just, him and his company, they just conducted their first human trials, okay, with the brain chip in their company, okay? So now we got China coming on the back end talking about brain chips to basically be in competition with Elon Musk, okay? But to me, something is rotten in Denmark, okay? I don't think it's really a competition. I believe this is a more controlled opposition. Okay? Because, again, all of them are working towards the same goal, okay, which is that chip, right? Because you got to understand something. Here within the last few days, people have been talking more and more about how China's economy or their economic system is collapsing. Okay, they're doing pretty bad monetarily, okay, or economically right now. Okay, and it's just so funny that their economy is quote unquote collapsing right now, and amidst that, you have them now talking about, having brain chips by 2025. Right around the time where it talks about their economy collapsing. Now, is that a coincidence? Okay, you got to understand this chip is gonna replace currency. Okay, so to me, and it's just my critique, but to me, I don't think that's a coincidence. Okay, I think this was all by happenstance, right? But anyway, what I want to do is I want to go into this particular article. Then, of course, we're going to get the prophecy about the chip and bring this video to a close. Okay? So without further ado, let's get into it. All right? So this is actually the article from End Time Headlines, and it reads, it says, China just unveiled a plan for brain chips to be implanted into skulls to rival Elon Musk's Neuralink by 2025. Okay, so you see the little Moabite woman, and it looks like she's had the chip inserted or implanted into her head. Okay, so now let's get into the article. Let's see what it says. So moving forward here, it starts off by saying, China has entered the race to implant brain chips into human skulls in a bid to pit against Elon Musk's Neuralink. It says the country unveiled a chilling timeline to develop what is called a brain-computer interface. It says, and aims to release products as early as 2025. Now, let's pause here for a minute. What did I say in my last video about Elon Musk? What's going on in 2025? Or what movie is coming out in 2025? Okay, it's Megan the part two to Megan. It's called Megan 2.0. Okay, I told you the original one that came out last year was predictive programming. Okay, so now you got China talking about having these brain chips about 2025, the same year that part two to Megan is coming out. I told you that Megan 2.0 is probably just more predictive programming. Okay, but anyway, let's continue. It says China's shock plan in the field of brain chips comes as Musk announced the first Neuralink brain chip has been successfully implanted into a human skull. Okay, so you see, you're hearing more and more and more about this brain chip, okay, because this prophecy has to come to pass. Okay, I told you, again, I'm going to keep harping on this. I told you after that, the first Megan movie, I told y'all you're going to start seeing more and more and more, or start hearing more and more and more, about AI and technology and things of this nature, merging humans with technology. Okay, that's why you're hearing more and more about this brain chip. Okay, so now let's continue with the article. Let's see what it says next. So it goes on to say, the billionaire said that the preliminary results from the human test subject are promising. It says, and now the announcement by China, following the footsteps of the Tesla boss, could potentially spark the biggest global tech rivalry of this decade. Okay, and really they're working in unison with each other. Okay, really the global plan is to have all people chipped. Okay, if you I don't know if any of you have seen that that video with that activist, and I believe he was a Hollywood producer too, Aaron Russo. He had an interview, I believe, with one of the Rockefellers. Okay, and one of the Rockefellers told him the agenda or the plan, the global plan, is to have everybody chipped. Okay, if you're lucky, you may be able to still find that particular interview on YouTube. Okay, but the global elites, their plan, what they want to do, they want to get everybody chipped. Okay, and in the grand scheme of things, they really fulfilling prophecy. This was already again prophesied about in the book of Revelation, which of course we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, but anyway, the article continues. It says China dubbed the brain computer interface as one of its innovative, iconic products, according to the Ministry of Industry and Information Technologies press release on Monday. So basically, China is already predicting that this quote unquote brain chip or brain computer interface is going to be an iconic product. Okay. Well, what it's going to be is a prophetic product. Okay, because all you're doing is fulfilling prophecy. You're fulfilling the Most High's will. Okay, because that prophecy is going to come to pass. Okay, that particular chip is going to be mandated in the very near future. Okay, but anyway, let's move forward with the article here. And we already read the first paragraph. Let's move to this second paragraph here. And it said the country in coming years is aiming to develop a range of brain interface products, just like Neuralink's telepathy. Okay, so it's going to be a string of these type of products. Again, merging humans with technology. I told you, you're going to start hearing more and more about this. You're going to start seeing it. Okay, again, going back to that movie, I told you that movie Megan was predictive programming. Okay, But the next paragraph says, it says China aims to make breakthroughs in key technologies and core devices such as brain computer fusion, brain like chips, and brain computing neural models. It says the Chinese ministry added. Okay, so now let's move forward. So the article continues by saying this. Last year, the Chinese government opened a 60-person laboratory focused entirely on brain-machine interfaces, Gizmodo reports. Okay, so you see how serious they are about this, okay, moving forward, okay, because that's really the plan of the global elites is to get everybody chipped, okay? The next paragraph says, the lab is reportedly focused on turning extensive research in the field of brain chips into practical applications to rival Musk's Neuralink, according to South China Morning Post. Okay, it says researchers in China have apparently developed a computing device that connects to your brain via the inner ear. Okay, so they already have, I guess, some type of gadget to where, your brain connects to a computer through the inner ear. It's not, quote unquote, a chip, but that's what they're moving towards. Okay, so now let's move forward. And the article continues. It says, while this device works without a chip implant like Neuralink's telepathy, it can still feed data directly into the human brain. The next paragraph says, China says it hopes to use such advanced brain technology in driverless cars, virtual reality, and medical rehabilitation. It says a cumulative vision that was first pitched by Musk in 2017. So again, that paragraph there, again, is just talking more and more about merging humans with technology. I told you that they want to make that the norm. Okay? So it goes on to say, experts, however, argue that China could leverage such tech implants and weaponize them to spy against their own people. Well, you think China is the only ones that's going to do that? I mean, let's not act like other countries aren't going to do it either. Okay, let's act like that. Let's not act like they're not already doing things like that. Because they are. Okay? But I mean, that last paragraph there, that should not come as a surprise to anybody. Okay? Let's not act like these countries have some type of morality to care about people's privacy. Okay, they don't care about that. Okay, but anyway, let's move forward here. So the article continues, and we're in the last paragraph here at the bottom. It says, meanwhile, some critics of the technology claim that such products will falsely be marketed as a remedy for all difficulties. Again, I've been saying this in my past videos about this subject. Okay, they're going to try to sell you on this particular product. They're going to try to sell you on the chip as if it's some type of, like it says here, answer to different types of problems. Okay, they're going to try to sell you on it like it's a good thing. So you'll get it willingly at first. Okay, but like I said, pretty soon it's going to be mandatory. They're going to mandate it. Okay, and that's coming in the very near future. All right, but the article continues. It says, and that interfering with the human biology with such tech implants could turn people into zombies. Well, I got news for you. People are already zombies, even without the chip. Okay. Most people are the walking dead. Okay. They don't know what's going on in the world. They don't know what's to come. Okay. Nor do they care. Okay. Most people today are zombies, and that's even without the chip. So, how much more so if they actually get that thing implanted in them? Okay. But anyway, let's move forward here. And the article ends by saying this, the bottom paragraph here. It says Dr. Mikhail Lebedev, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. It says a senior neuroscientist at Duke University in Durham said it is even possible that humanity will evolve into a community of zombies. Well, again, like I just said a few minutes ago, people are already zombies. Okay, they're like the Walking Dead. Okay, and you got to understand something, especially when they actually mandate this particular chip, and we get in further into the prophecy where you won't be able to basically function in society unless you actually have that chip. You won't be able to do your, the daily things that people do and need, such as, buy, sell, get the bare necessities. Then you have your food, clothing, a roof over your head, just things of that nature. You're not going to be able to do any of that without that chip. You won't be able to, quote unquote, survive in society without that chip. Okay? So when people's backs are against the wall like that, okay, especially people that's not in the faith, okay, when people's backs are against the wall, they're going to submit to the system. They're going to submit to the beast system, and they're going to get that chip in order to, quote unquote, survive. Okay, that's why faith is paramount, especially in these last days. Okay, you gotta understand and believe that the Most High is going to supply you with everything that you need in that time, at that time, without that chip. Okay, because you don't want to get that chip. If you do, that's it. You're doomed. Okay, there's a missile with your name on it. Okay, but it's serious. That's what it is. Okay, that lake of fire is coming for you. All right, so that's why I said faith is paramount right now. Okay, but anyway, that's how the this particular article actually ends. Okay. So now what I want to do, I want to end this as always. Of course, I want to actually get into the prophecy. So let's go to the scriptures and let's get to it. So this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And it reads, it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay. And we've been hearing about both. Okay. Remember, where is it at? I believe it's over there in Sweden. It's beginning to be pretty much normal for people to actually have that chip implanted in their hand. Okay, it's more normal over there in Sweden. Now you're starting to hear more and more about this particular chip being implanted in your head. Okay, so again, we're seeing this prophecy come into fruition. All right, so now let's move forward. Let's look at the next verse here. So this is verse 17, and it reads, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So again, you're not going to be able to buy or sell, or basically, in a nutshell, function in society unless you have this particular mark. Okay, and that's why I said, just imagine when people's backs are against the wall, those people that are not in the faith, when their backs are against the wall, okay, and hunger kicks in, or they're quote unquote homeless and things like that. They're in need of medication. Maybe they have some type of um, medical disability, or some type of things that's going on with them medically that they need taken care of. Okay, when people's backs are against the wall, they're going to submit. Okay, when that quote unquote pressure is applied. Okay, a lot of people that they're going to be put to that fire. And they're not going to come out gold. Okay, they're actually they're going to burn. Okay, they're going to burn to death. So to speak, and I mean that metaphorically and literally. Okay, but yeah, okay. When people's backs are against the wall, you're gonna see their true colors. Okay, but anyway, let's look at the last verse here. So this is verse 18, and it reads, it says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, or in other words, 666. Okay, and as we know, that universally people pretty much understand that number is evil. Okay, but anyway, I believe this is actually a good place to end the video. And again, the title of the video is China Plans to Implement Brain Chips by 2025. And so we went into the article where, of course, it's talking about China's plan to basically rival Elon Musk and his company Neuralink, okay, dealing with the quote-unquote brain chips and, again, merging humans with technology. And China plans to, get this started by 2025. And again, I told you there's a reason why that movie Megan 2.0 is coming out next year. Okay, you're probably gonna really start seeing this stuff even more next year. Okay, and again, we already know the prophecy that we just read in Revelation, the 13th chapter. That's one of the last major prophecies that has to come into fruition before Yahweh Shai makes his second debut here on the planet Earth. Okay, so we should be elated when we actually see these things. Yes, it can seem scary, okay, but you have to keep that faith, okay? Whenever you see these types of things, just know that your salvation draweth nigh, it's at the door, okay? So, with that, and as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father. And I do so by Hashem, which means in the name of Yahweh Shai, which is the name of the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, whom the world knows as Jesus Christ. And I want to thank all you brothers and sisters for tuning in. I hope this video was informative and edifying. And until next time, Shalom, family.